Let's check this out. Apparently, artist TenHundreds was going to drop some NFTs, but while he was in the process of dropping NFTs, as he was announcing it on his Instagram and all that stuff, a bunch of SJW, aka Social Justice Warriors, brought it to his attention that what he was doing was going to destroy the environment in the worst way. So let's watch this video together. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to figure out how and why NFTs are just bad for the environment. I didn't know this was even possible. So let's get into it. But also, I noticed only 97% of you guys who watch my videos subscribe, which is just heartbreaking. So please, just mend my heart and hit the sub button. You can always, take it back if you don't like my content. So that is cool too. But enjoy the video.
Hey, I'm TenHundreds. This video is gonna be quite different from my usual content. I had this whole video done, filmed, edited, the artwork made, and then I found out some information that led me to remake this whole video, coming at it from like the total opposite direction. So hang in there with me.
Uh-oh, he's woke now, guys. He's woke. Jokes aside, he's woke now, guys.
This was a rabbit hole I was not expecting to fall down. This video was supposed to be about the creation of my first crypto art drop. I was going to release NFTs of my digital art and sell them. I'm sure many of you are like, what the hell are NFTs and what's this crypto art thing all about? Which is exactly where I was at not too long ago. So anyways, I made the art for the drop, I made the whole video, and I was gearing up to tokenize these pieces of digital art to have them be minted as NFTs. And then I put out this Instagram post where I was like, hey, I'm working on my first ever NFT.
Damn,
it's gonna drop exactly in tandem with my next YouTube video. Be hyped, be prepared. I was kind of just trying to tease it a little bit and get my audience a little bit excited for my first NFT drop. And I started to get comments rolling in, the typical comments of like, that's dope, and people being excited to get one, and some people being like, what are NFTs? But then I started to get a few comments trickling in asking me about
Uh-oh, he let the haters in.
About what I thought about the environmental impacts on what I was about to do. I saw these comments and my knee-jerk reaction was to brush them off. I had made the whole video, I had made the art, my plan.
All right, what were the reactions? Peter, I truly support your work, but at the same time, we need to talk about the CO2 footprint that every NFT is making. How are we going to compensate the environmental impact of this piece? That's interesting. Like, is it his job? I've heard that NFT is an environmental nightmare. So she's just heard it, like it uses a huge amount of energy to make it happen. That's interesting. Look up how much power every crypto transfer uses. It's just crazy, like some AI tricked people to building a time machine. Holy shit. We're going to get into it in this video because this is me learning about all this pretty much for the first time. I saw his Instagram post and that's where I was like, okay, we got to look into this. But I stopped myself and said, we're saving this for stream.
Plans were my plans. My production schedule on this YouTube channel is really, really insane. I do everything myself, and I just did not want to see these comments. But then these comments started to get more comments on them, people replying to each other, people directly calling me out and being like, TenHundreds, what are your thoughts on this? So,
by the way, UL Adamus, if you got some links, link me to some good articles. But I think he does that here, so you probably don't have to do that.
I went on Google and typed in something like, why are NFTs not bad for the environment? Because my defensive brain was looking specifically for information that would prove me right. I found an article written by Super Rare, which happens to be an NFT marketplace, a place where they sell NFTs.
Lol, of course they're not going to say NFTs are bad. They want to make that money, baby.
I read through it. It had information on why NFTs are not bad for the environment, copy and pasted the link, popped it into the Instagram comment thread that was going on, calling me out, and I was like, cool, boom, NFTs aren't bad. There's the information, my hands are clean.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, some folks very respectfully pointed out, like, dude, that article is written by Super Rare. Super Rare is a marketplace for NFTs. Of course, they're gonna say that NFTs are not harmful to the environment. And their information in that article did seem quite compelling, but those people who were commenting were like, check out this article, check out this article. And I really, really, really did not want to look at those articles. I had done all this work. I had announced this was coming out. These videos are not quick or easy to make. This was a major monkey wrench in my plans, and I was like, dude, NFTs aren't bad, man. It's all good, bro. Like, that's just haters and naysayers, and like, you got this, bro. You made your video, put it out, dude. You probably make some money. It's all good. But I was like, okay, dude, you at least gotta look at these articles in case more people.
I want to say something, but I need to listen to what he's saying. Like, I gotta listen.
People start calling you out on it. You need to have a somewhat educated.
But at the same time, this is like the I can change it back in my chair. Like, this is the problem with having a platform, right? Like, if he didn't have this platform, he wouldn't be able to make so much money off NFTs, which I'm sure he would have. But he also wouldn't have to listen to the haters. But anything you do is gonna have haters. I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten that deep into it, but right now, my opinion on this is like, as an artist, we have to eat and make money. 1000 is an accomplished artist, so he can make liberal choices like this. Like, 1000 has the luxury of doing all this work and then saying no and still being able to pay his rent. Some people, like me, if I was to be doing an NFT drop where I'm looking at all this money and I have things I got to pay for, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of like, fuck the environment. Like, me dropping NFTs is going to save the environment? You've got to be kidding me. But that's from a point but that's from a place of, yo, your man's has got to eat and pay bills, right? And that's a dangerous slope, but at the same time, you can't hate on someone for getting theirs. That's like not taking a plane somewhere because you're worried about the environment. Now, something tells me that the impact, based off what people in the chat are saying, off of an NFT is a lot higher than I think. But I'd rather sell an NFT than be living on the streets. So let's be honest.
Argument. So I went to one of these articles that one of these respectful commenters / fans gave to me, and the information in there was really very shocking to me. So after I read through that whole article and started to feel pretty bad, I went to Google and I changed my search. I initially had searched, why are NFTs not bad for the environment, which is like inherently biased, and I changed it to, are NFTs harmful to the environment?
The thing with Google is that if you're looking for something, you're gonna find it. If I looked up why drinking coffee is bad for the environment, I'm gonna find 1,000 search queries and things about why it's bad for the environment. If I typed in why is coffee good for the environment, I'm gonna find 1,000 things why it's good for the environment. In a lot of ways, did 1000 fall victim to cancel culture? Like, he wasn't really canceled, but his project was canceled. He's losing money over this. He spent money making this video. He spent money making that NFT art. He potentially lost hundreds of thousands of dollars off of a few people in the comments.
Question mark.
Some people can't shake that. That's all I'm saying.
And I had 4 or 5 different articles pop up, and I read through them, and I found a lot of information in these articles that showed that NFTs, with the current way that they're structured and the current way that the marketplace operates,
Cue the sad music,
are potentially devastating to the environment. And the stuff that I was reading was making me like absolutely freak out about what I was planning to do.
It's kind of like Googling what's wrong with you. Like, you know, if you go on the internet and like, why does my stomach hurt? You think you have stage 4 colon cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the internet's a little like that sometimes. So I'm kind of surprised that 1000. I'm kind of surprised 1000 is canceling everything.
Stumbled upon research by Mimo Atkin. I'm probably saying that wrong, but in reading this article, according to Atkin, an NFT drop very similar to the one that I was planning to do with this video used 138,272 kilowatt hours of energy and emitted 85,777 kilograms of CO2. And this is equivalent to 40 years of the average European citizen's energy consumption. Oh man.
Whoa. So one NFT drop, is it equivalent to all of these things, or is it equivalent to one of these things? Right? Like, he's quick to notice that the Super Rare article is written by Super Rare, but who is writing this article? Is this guy some sort of environmental activist? And also, is the problem not so much that NFTs are bad for the environment, but is it also that we don't take care of the we don't take care of the output of the NFTs? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't take what's going on there take into consideration. Like, is there a way for the NFT farmers or the Bitcoin farmers or data centers, I guess energy usage, just energy in general, is there a way for them to be better about their energy output and recycling? I don't know.
And I was freaking out. 40 years, dude, even if I use no energy for the entire rest of my life, it would like barely equal what I was about to use on this one NFT drop. These numbers are also comparable to flying a plane and burning jet fuel for 5 weeks.
God damn.
Straight nonstop, or using a computer for 334 years. To explain a little bit further, I'm gonna quote from Duncan Green's article. For those who are a little bit fuzzy about how blockchains work, a key component is proof of work. Now, there are other ways to run a blockchain, but this is the way that it
Okay, yeah, this is good because I have no idea how the blockchain NFT system actually functions. So let me just shut up and listen to this.
is used by all the major players right now.
Oh, we gotta go back.
Work. For those who are a little bit fuzzy about how blockchains work, a key component is proof of work. Now, there are other ways to run a blockchain, but this is the way that is used by all the major players right now. Proof of work. You ask a computer to solve a bunch of complex equations which validate transactions elsewhere on the network, and you get rewarded for that transaction with cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is called mining. The problem is that solving a bunch of complex equations requires a lot of computing power, which in turn requires electricity. While renewable energy is becoming more common, most grids are still dominated by fossil fuels, particularly in China, where most mining takes place. A single crypto art NFT involves potentially dozens of transactions. Acton analyzed 18,000 of these tokens, finding that the average NFT has a footprint of around 211 kilograms of CO2 equivalent. That's the same as a EU resident's electrical power consumption for more than a month. Oh boy. Duncan goes on to say, are you with me still? Great, because we haven't talked about additions yet. The above analysis covers one-off NFTs, where there are only a single token for each artwork. That's how marketplaces like Super Rare work. But there are other marketplaces like Nifty Gateway that allows creators to sell the same work more than once. So lots of people can own a copy. That's nice for people who want to own copies, but if you sell 100 copies, you multiply your carbon footprint 100 times. I was planning to make 3 different NFTs.
Bruh. Does that mean we should cancel NFTs? Like what the Pandora's box is open. Like what are we can't do anything about it. I mean, yes, sure, 1000 it feels like he's doing something about it, but let's be honest. His work on this is a giant speck in the entire globe of NFT carbon usage. I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect him for not doing it. I have so much respect. But from the same token, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to... I don't know. I mean, there's no winning, but at the same time, it's like cars aren't good for the environment. We still drive cars. Flying a plane isn't good for the environment. We still fly planes. Like, I don't know. This just seems a little like knee-jerk from the side of 1000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems very knee-jerk. Like, he was so scared of getting canceled or something that he did this. But it needs to be said that 1000, from what I know, is from Seattle, from the West Coast. He's very earthy, crunchy, and he really cares about the environment. Probably a lot more than I do, obviously. But I respect his decision. I'm just saying, on the grand scheme of things, is like, does his decision really matter?
NFTs available, and when you add them all up, the total number of copies, the edition number would have been
like, it's not the NFT in itself, it's the blockchain transaction that's dangerous. That's what's dangerous.
600. The environmental impact of this single NFT drop, according to these articles, would have been absolutely gigantic. Now, I'm just kind of a regular guy. I try to be eco-friendly when I can, but I'm not like a full-on environmental activist. I don't
1000, do you compost? That is the ultimate tell. If this man composts, then you're not a regular man.
Spend countless hours researching every single purchase that I make to see if it's the most green possible, eco-friendly purchase that I could possibly be making.
Bro, I literally know girls that on their menstrual cycle that they bleed into rubber cups to save the environment. Like, instead of using a single-use tampon, they'd rather save the environment and bleed into a cup. Like, bro, that's intense, dude.
You know, I buy regular clothes.
Like, they put our... Never mind.
And shoes. I shop on Amazon. I have a freaking iPhone. I drive a gas car, although I only drive like 10 miles a week because I pretty much never leave my house. I do recycle. I do use LED bulbs whenever I can. But I also run a merch business associated with this YouTube channel, and we do ship out a big chunk of packages like all the time. I would say I have like kind of an average carbon footprint for...
No, you don't, 1000. You don't. You don't have an average carbon footprint. You have the carbon footprint of 2 times you. He needs to understand this. Like, this man doesn't leave his house. He creates digital art. Look at that screen behind him. Like, just look at the screen behind. Look. This is 3 screens in one. I mean, just look what he's got. The 3 screens. He's got the light on his face. He's got the light in the backdrop. He's got the lights here. The lights. This man is not an average energy consumer. Let's just be honest. Why are you gonna half-ass it and now cancel your NFT because of it? That's all I'm saying. My guy.
Or a citizen of the United States / small business.
This man, I've never seen a man deny his own bag like this. This man denied himself the bag.
Business owner. But the information that I found associated with the energy consumption of these NFTs in these articles just completely blew me away. Now, Ethereum, which is the cryptocurrency that almost all of these NFTs are operating on right now, is based on the proof of work system. But they've been saying that they're going to switch to proof of stake on Ethereum 2.0. And it's still probably years and years in the future to where they will make this change if they ever do. So when I was first reading this information, I was like, but Ethereum is changing soon. Like, it's gonna be all good. They're switching away from this super energy intensive system over to this system that's gonna be way less energy intensive, so it's all good. But as I was doing more and more research, it's like, who knows when that's gonna happen or if it ever will happen. If an NFT marketplace opened up that used a proof of stake currency, I would jump on that so fast. The technology of NFTs is incredibly exciting to me. The idea of cryptocurrency is incredibly exciting to me. Now, I am absolutely not blaming artists for selling NFTs. I personally had absolutely no idea about the environmental impacts of NFTs until I decided I was gonna do one for myself, and some of these folks brought this to my attention. It seems like almost none of this information was generally available even 4 months ago.
He's got a point there. Guys, we've been going heavy on the NFTs on this channel, and I haven't seen one lick of this information, so...
Maybe I could have released these NFTs. Maybe I could have made a couple $100,000.
Let's just get a quick rewind.
Even 4 months ago. Maybe I could have released these NFTs. Maybe I could have made a couple $100,000 from the sale of these NFTs.
All right, let's keep going.
Maybe my fans who jumped on it early could have made some money themselves reselling these NFTs on the marketplace. But to me, that's not worth it for the devastating impacts that this could have on the ecosystem. And my art is something that I want to be proud of and feel good about. And I definitely don't want to turn my art into a source of guilt for me. It could be a big payday, but I don't want to destroy the environment for my future daughter that's on the way. I don't really have the expertise to be able to like 100% verify all of this. I searched online for stuff to like debunk this information. I really wanted it to be false and alarmist and just crypto haters and NFT haters and people who didn't.
That's right. They're crypto haters. They're NFT haters. But, you know.
Get it. But so far, the only thing that I found is that article from Super Rare, which is an NFT marketplace itself. And I definitely encourage you guys to look at that one too.
Yo, this man fumbled the bag so hard. 1000. You just fumbled the bag so hard. I have never seen a bag fumbled harder than this. What a fucking fumble. This man skamazed himself out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, maybe he don't need it. He probably doesn't. He's a very successful, accomplished man. He probably doesn't need it. Respect for the moral high ground.
This subject, but for me right now, I can't dive in. I was 100% prepared to dive in head first into this. I thought it was so cool. I was so pumped up, but now I'm like, until something changes, until new information is provided, until these NFT marketplaces switch off of a proof of work cryptocurrency and onto a proof of stake currency, I don't know if I can do it, man. Again, I'm not attacking artists. I'm not attacking crypto enthusiasts. I'm just putting this video out there because I need to explain why I am not taking part in this, especially since I already announced that I was on Instagram and I announced that I was on the YouTube community tab. I just gotta explain myself.
Like, guys, there are so many problems to deal with that. We can't, like, one person, you can't spend your day thinking about them all. I can't sit here and think about the repercussions of every action I make in a day. Like, you would just be paralyzed in fear. You can't. Living in itself is harmful to the environment. So what am I supposed to do? Like the whole last year of 2020 was one problem you should care about after another problem you should care about. I'm not being inconsiderate of how you feel about those problems, but I'm just saying it was one problem you should care about, after one problem you should care about, after one problem you should care about, after, oh, you should care about this too because you care about that. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying we shouldn't care, but because of the internet and because of access to technology, we now have access to the world's problems at our fingertips. At any point, you could wake up in the middle of the night, go left on your iPhone to look at the news, and see 1,000 things you should probably fucking care about. But the problem is that you can't, and you can't solve them all. You pick one or two in your life that you try to make better, but that's it. You know? And that's the problem with technology, is that now that we can see and we're confronted with everything right in our face, is that now it's like we should care about everyone else's problem. And it's not that their problems don't matter. Everyone's problem matters. Someone is suffering somewhere on the planet. So there's always going to be someone who cares enough to tell you about it, that tell you should care. Yeah, you can't let it consume you. Like if TenHundreds just didn't post that shit on Instagram, which I'm sure he needed to build hype, if he just didn't read the comments, his ass would have been rolling in the guap right now. His ass would have his baby mom would have been busting out the red panties tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now because of a few climate warriors in his comments, he can't live with himself, and I don't blame him. He's more than welcome to feel how he feels about the environment.